Well, greetings, Kansas City. Now, if you are thinking of buying or selling a home this spring in the Kansas City market, and you've been asking yourself, oh, wonder what the market's going to be like. Wonder if everything I've been hearing on the news, like the market is getting soft, is right. Well, I am here today with Beth Riley. She's joining us on this episode of At My Kansas City Home to talk about the home that she just listed in Lenexa, Kansas.
Correct.
A few days ago. And she received 11 offers on that house in 24 hours?
Yes.
In 24 hours. Hi, Beth.
Hi.
Are you tired?
I'm exhausted.
Are you?
Yes. Good week, but tiring.
I bet you are. So, Beth, you're a member of our team, and you and I have been friends even much longer than either one of us have been in real estate. And so I'm so happy to have you today and have you share with everybody, just kind of how this came about, because you probably have been hearing that, the market is going to be soft this spring. I have not experienced that. I've had a couple of listings go quick. I have not had any listing that's gotten 11 offers, though.
We were fortunate. This particular house backs to a fantastic park. So whenever I go to a house, my first instinct is to find the best features and let's play it up. And for this house, it was all about the location. All about the location.
Gotcha. How'd you meet your seller?
We actually work in elections together.
Oh, okay.
So so he gave me a call after the election last November and said, I want you to come and help me sell my house.
One of Beth's many hats that she wears.
Yes.
You are an election official.
Supervising judge,
for
Johnson County elections.
There you go.
10 years.
I'm always saying, hey, Beth, do I go vote next week?
Where
do I go vote? She's like, Ronda, it hasn't changed in 20 years.
Right. It's the same. Unless you move,
vote?
it's the same.
Yeah. Can I vote early? She always says yes, and then I never go. So anyway, let's go back to the house. So you go, this guy says, hey, Beth, come list my house.
Right.
You go to the house the first time, and I know for me, I always hope it's like a slam dunk and we're listing the next day.
Right.
What happened?
Was not a slam dunk. So my buyer is awesome guy. He's a bachelor. And the house showed like he was a bachelor. So, but we were able to walk through, identify, the high ceilings, the great backyard, the amazing, backing to the major park there in Lenexa. So I gave him a little bit of a list of things to do and a list of recliners and other things that we didn't really need in the house. So many recliners.
So what do you do with this stuff? What do people do with their stuff when they
He actually sold a few things.
Okay.
Just put them on Craigslist and got rid of them, for cheap. And then some things we moved to the garage because we didn't really, it was okay to move those things there. Some things he pre-packed, put those in boxes, put those in a basement room where they'd be out of the way. And the rest of it, I think he just threw some things away that he knew he wasn't taking to his next house.
Gotcha. So you moved a few things around. Now, I know that you are a certified stager.
Right.
So tell me what decor items did you bring in? I mean, did he have all the right stuff? Did you have to bring, as we normally do?
Right. Well, and I think people, when they think of staging, they think of HGTV shows where they come in and do major renovations and all new furniture. For most people, that's, as you know, that's not the case. We can supplement with a few things. His furniture was all dark man stuff. So I just needed to we brought in fresh bedding. Nice fresh pillows, bright white bedding, so the bedroom looked nice and bright and fresh. We brought in a few minor accessories. Mainly it was getting rid of his things, opening up the space so that it flowed in the way that made the most sense for the layout. And things that, bachelors don't have, tablecloths.
Yeah.
Coffee table books, things like that, just to bring some little pops of color.
Yeah. So, I have to ask you, how were the pillows? Because in every house that Beth and I have staged, we always have to go buy new pillows, which is okay.
Yes.
We laugh because it's like I change my pillows all the time. I do not like a flat pillow. And, it's okay to change your pillows. $3 at Walmart.
I think I brought in 6 new bed pillows, all new bedding. And maybe 10 throw pillows just to bring some color to his living room.
Yeah.
And the koala bear pillows he had were just not going to. not going to do it.
Yeah.
Not going to do it.
Is he taking those with him to his next house?
I hope so. I'm not taking them. So yeah, I think he's taking those to his next house, which is fine. What he lives in is one thing. What we use to bring color to the photographs and to make it more neutral and appealable to multiple buyers is a whole different story. Once we're done, he can go back to whatever he likes.
That's right. And usually they like what we've done.
They usually do.
I usually
he
just
did
gift
like
it to I don't want to take it home with me, so I usually just gift it to them. You know, it's fine. It's fine. So when you were in the process of staging and getting ready, how did you market the property? What did you do? Anything different?
As far as the staging or like
well, I mean, just marketing to the public to let them know that this house was going to be for sale.
Well, of course, we put a sign in the yard that it was coming soon, and then we put a thing in MLS that tells people it's coming soon.
Okay.
I told everybody in the neighborhood. I live in the area where this house is located, so I told everybody when I was outside staging and I ran into people in the park, did you know this house? I even ran into somebody in my own building that was looking for a property that had just moved here from Arkansas and told them about it. So we did all that. Flyers made. I mean, we didn't have to go to any great lengths because really talking about that park and having people know from the park area this house was on the market, that really helped.
Gotcha. Who did you use for your photography?
We used Josiah.
Josiah Carlson?
Yes.
Okay, Carlson Photography, everybody.
Yes, and oh my gosh, they not only came out and did a great job on photographs, which, I mean, that's all
awesome.
We're hiring them to do. He helped us move some furniture.
He probably doesn't want you to tell everybody that, but
no,
okay.
Probably not, yes. There was a weight limit.
Sorry, Josiah.
Just a couple little moves. But he was friendly and prompt, and the photography was fantastic. He knew the angles we were going to need to show how one room flows to the next in real estate. He was wonderful.
Yeah. You know, it's amazing to me how sometimes when I'm going through the MLS, I can tell when the listing agent, God love them, has taken the pictures with their phone. And usually they're okay, because I mean, you know, iPhones are pretty slick these days. Where you can normally tell it is like when you get to bathrooms, because bathrooms have such narrow angles, and your professional photographer has the right camera that can like just get the right angles in a house. And they do. I mean, I do love the fact that Josiah will not take a picture if he thinks something needs to be moved or to change, because there is nothing that infuriates me more than to get my package of pictures back and to see that like a towel is hanging like this, you know, because that's the one thing that sticks out. I know, I know.
In the moment.
So he's so good about that. And he's taking really good care of us. So there's your shameless plug, Josiah.
Yes, well done, well done.
Well done, yes, well done. On both of those last two listings we used him on, they went
The lighting was fantastic. So that's another thing we did for the staging. All new light bulbs.
Did you guys do drone, or did you use any of his other? Oh, you did? Okay.
Yes, thanks for reminding me. We did drone because, again, that backing right out, walk right out your back gate into the park, we wanted to be sure we emphasized the proximity of the house to the park. So we did that, but and all the new light bulbs. My seller did not believe that daylight light bulbs would make all the difference compared to the yellow tint that he lived with, because they're softer, he likes that. But for photographs, it made a huge difference. Really, really good.
We like new light bulbs. We love it when you have the windows cleaned inside and out. Helps us see outside, but it helps the light come in too, a little bit better too.
Definitely.
So,
well, and you want to focus on the view, like in this house, you need to have clean windows.
Right. So photos are taken, house goes on the market. How soon did it take you to get that first phone call?
About 2 hours later. Okay. I did get phone calls leading up to the house going on the market.
Oh yeah,
I did. I sure did. And then, you know, that day we started getting phone calls on Friday. Friday was back-to-back showings. We started getting phone calls that day. How many offers do you have in? What does the timeline look like? So, you know, you sit down with your seller and ask them to, you know, how do you want this to go?
Yeah. And were you kind enough to like talk to all the agents that call? Because I know sometimes I'll call people and I know they're busy, but I never get a call back. Or I mean, but you were kind enough to like call everybody and kind of keep them up to date as to what was happening with them. And that's a lot, especially if you ended up with 11 offers. Because that means you probably took at least, what, 22 phone calls, 30 phone calls in order to get those.
So many text messages.
Yeah.
But I've been on that side of it.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it doesn't take a long phone call, just a little bit of a, this is where we are, this is what we're thinking about, and this is how we're going to move forward. So I understand being on that side of it, so I try to be responsive when people call.
So then the next day, you do the open house.
I did.
And I thought I was going to have to come and rescue you.
I thought you might have to. It was basically like an ant pile. And you see the ants that's what the house, people all over the house.
Where did they park? Just
all up and down the street. All up and down the street, in the driveway, everywhere. But it was a wonderful open house. I met some really fantastic people, and I'm hoping to, make most of those connections that I made that day. But it was good, very good.
Awesome. So then you start getting these offers. Did you have like a process for collecting the offers,
Yes.
or
Yes.
how do you manage that many offers?
Well, it can be easy to lose track of what you've gotten and what the terms are. So immediately we create folders for each offer as it comes in, and then I made a spreadsheet because presenting 11 offers to a seller in all of the paperwork form, 5 and 6 documents for each offer, was going to make him overwhelmed. He was never going to be able to keep up with all these documents. So putting it all in a spreadsheet so that he could see the highlights of each offer, what each one was giving him, and how they compared to each other in the order they came in. And to keep things fair, we always number them offer 1, offer 2, offer 3.
Yeah.
There's no names, no marital statuses, nothing like that. Yeah. So and that gave him really good insight. And I said I could pull these documents up at any moment if you want to see the backup for this, but this is how they came in.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to you, my
Thank
friend,
you.
on that.
was good.
I know your seller's got to be ecstatic and
Very happy.
looking forward to closing here within the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But before I let you go, I want to talk a little bit about you, because you and I have known each other for a long time.
Right.
But tell us about your real estate career. How long have you been in real estate?
Not
This is what'll
very
shock
long.
you.
Yes,
Yes.
not very long. So I came and joined your team as a listing coordinator in 2019, I believe.
Yeah.
And then, of course, COVID happened. And I took advantage of that time to get licensed and to get my home certification for home staging. And so I've been licensed just over 2 years now. And I love working with referrals. I primarily am in Western Johnson County. I would say that's my specialty. Lenexa and Shawnee are the areas where I spend the most time. So those are the areas where I feel most comfortable helping clients find their new home or selling their current home.
I think of, and I'll just call their first names, Ray and Joyce. When they sent me,
Yes.
Ray sent me the note about Beth, because Beth kind of stepped in and helped me and then finished
Love
working
them.
with them. But Ray said, Rhonda, he said, we looked at so many houses with Beth. He said, but every time, he said, Beth would get out of her car with a smile on her face. He said, and it wasn't an act. He said, she's just such a genuinely kind person. And that's what I know about you.
That's very sweet of them.
And I think, Beth and I go to church together.
We do.
Always, and that's how
Yes.
we know each other.
Right.
But that's kind of like how everybody knows Beth as the genuinely kind person with a smile on her face. And, and sometimes you have to not ask Beth to do something, because if you ask Beth to do it, she's always going to say yes.
And I'm going right then.
And
to get it done.
so it's like I just say, no, Bill, don't ask Beth. Don't ask Beth for that, because she already did this, So, but that has been. I'm so glad you're on our team, and
I am too.
I'm glad that you are such a great asset to the real estate community.
Thank you.
Love
Thank you.
having people in our field that are just nice and kind to people, and help our clients get what they need.
Right.
So what's next for you? I mean, I know now we've all joined EXP. Do you like
Yes,
it?
I do like it.
Can you tell the difference from when we were just our own brokerage versus EXP?
I mean, a little bit. Who I might bug for questions.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit different. I'm still going to go to you first, probably, because
That's okay. You can call Chris.
No, that's right. I can call Chris.
Yeah.
No, it's been great. I mean, the communication from them has been fantastic.
Yeah.
The training is fantastic. So yeah, it's been a good move. And I was a little nervous. I'd never moved before because I haven't been in it very long.
Yeah.
And I was a little nervous, but it's been great. And of course, we trust you and Bill implicitly.
Thank you.
If you said it's going to be a good move, we knew it would be a good move.
We love it. We do. I mean, we'll do a whole nother podcast on that.
Yes.
But Beth, thank you so much for joining us today. If there are folks out there who say, ooh, I want to try to recreate that experience, we cannot promise you 11 offers, but we can promise you great real estate service. How do the people get in touch with you?
Oh, give me a call. 913-205-6575, or email me at beth@white, like the color, CRES.com.
All right, so you got it from Beth. Guys, give her a call. Thank you so much at my Kansas City Nation. We'll look forward to having you join us on another great episode. We'll see you soon.